Robin Slim Show.
What's up, fellas? It's Arch.
What's going on,
What's
Archie?
going on, man?
What's going on, man? How you guys doing?
It's been a crazy night. Crazy night.
It's been rough.
The speakers are done.
Hey, you guys aren't going to ask me if I like my ass eaten, are you?
No, unless you want us to. You can- But thank you, bro.
I don't remember who you asked for that, but I saw that on Twitter. I was like, oh my God, I don't think that chick was ready for that.
There were like 2 or 3 different. That was like a sweet montage. That was like at least 2 different guests in there.
I've never had the procedure done, but can you do it? Can you do it to yourself? Are you able to eat your own ass? I mean, I could probably do that.
I don't know. I'm not that flexible.
I mean, I've tried to suck my own dick. It just doesn't happen.
I heard you gotta like walk your legs up the wall. You gotta lay in bed and walk your legs up the wall.
Oh, okay. I'll give that a whirl. See how it goes.
What? Oh, nice. You're in Maryland, right, dude?
Yeah, man. I'm in lovely Baltimore, Maryland.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm actually sitting in my truck right now, smoking a bowl.
Fuck yeah.
Thanks for thanks for hitting us up and let me call in and this and that. It's a cool thing to connect with each other, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks for checking us out. I know you've been checking us out like regularly, and telling me you dig the shit we do. So that's cool, man.
Yeah, I have, man. I like, you guys are very East Coast, if that makes any sense. I like people from Jersey. I got a lot of friends from Jersey, and I just like that, sort of comedy and that just harsh, calling people faggots and cunts and stuff. I like that.
Yeah, man. Where's your earbuds, Matt? I'm sorry, Arch. We have some technical difficulties. Can you guys split an earbud? Like one each? I don't know what to do at this point. Pete just ripped wires out.
Yeah, we got the show.
Our intern Pete is like drunk.
I tried to crawl through, like Viet Cong style.
We have an extra guy,
didn't
and
work.
so we tried to set speakers up, and that's been a debacle.
There's no way.
It's all good.
What's your show about, Arch? Do you regularly do like music, or is it like I saw one you had a comedian on?
Yeah, it's we don't really know, man. It's different every week. We definitely do it every week. It's basically like, we're down at this band rehearsal space. We're all kind of former and current musicians, so it's kind of music based, but it's not necessarily about music. We had this other dude on with a PhD in like biology and chemistry, and that was cool. So we're kind of like, just opening it up to whoever. I want it to be music and comedy and just anybody interesting. But there's no real premise, man. It's just like we smoke a bowl before the show, we drink a couple beers, and we don't script anything. We just let it roll.
I got a fucking hip cramp, bro. Now, do you have one guest on a week?
Yeah, we do.
Are they on like the whole show?
They are on the whole show so far. That it's been that. Yeah. I'd like to get at the point where you guys are at, where we're just phoning in because I listened to the one you guys had. Did you guys have Bob Levy on?
Yeah.
That was awesome, dude.
Thanks, man.
That was awesome. I really enjoyed that, and I'd like to completely copy what you're doing and do that.
So that's what I was gonna say. I kind of think what you're doing is cool to spend more time with like people. But I didn't know. I'm glad to hear that though.
It is cool. I mean, some people get way too stoned or like way too drunk, and they get self-conscious about it.
Yeah, we got a guy named Pete who does that all the time.
He said we have a problem intern.
A problem intern.
Yeah, they might have to put me on dialysis.
I was just thinking put him to sleep.
That works. Actually, right now that would be good.
But yeah, it's just one guest so far, and it's been we'll do an hour and a half, do 2 hours or something. I mean, to tell you the truth, dude, I have no idea what I'm doing. I mean, I just kind of started this over the summer. I don't have radio background. I don't have a radio voice. I don't know how to maintain an interview. But I think anybody can do it, as long as you have interesting people in the room. And so far, I've been like really lucky. It's just been luck.
That's cool, man. Yeah, like I was trying to say before, I don't know if I did. I used to live by Maryland, and all my buddies would tell me how good the crab cakes were, and I just never got a chance to get out there, man.
Yeah, it's cool. It's all right. Everyone talks about the crab cakes. You know, you realistically, man, you don't want to be eating that little fucker. I mean, those things just live in the mud and they eat pollution and shit.
They're good though, man.
I think they lead to brain cancer. So I would.
I probably have that already.
I'd steer clear from the crab cakes. But I mean, it's
kind of like
if you like violent crime, you know, Baltimore's great.
Yeah, I heard it's fantastic down there.
I always love a violent crime story.
Yeah.
I heard DC is good too for that.
Yeah, it's nice.
I actually heard like DC, like once you leave like the capital area, it's just a shithole.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, it's true.
The XM is it XM down there? The Sirius building has like I don't know how high the fence is and barbed wire on the top. That's just a fucking radio station, man. So I heard it's a real shit sty. Now, what was I gonna say? I saw you got your shit on iTunes, right, dude?
Yeah, we did.
How do you do that? Because we tried, and it said something about like an RSS feed or some bullshit like that.
Yeah, that's all you need, technically. And I was able to do that with the RSS feed. That's just basically your website, and I feel like it's like just some like 3 little characters at the end. It's really easy. It's like, you know, ours is like northavenuepodcast.com = RSS fucking question mark or something. It's some weird little like. I'm not very computer savvy, so
but
I really...
Do you need a website to have that, though? Like your own site?
I think so, dude, but I really don't know. The other site we're trying to get on that I'm not able to is Stitcher, because I know they have a lot of, you know, traffic on there, but I can't get on Stitcher with that same RSS, so I'm able to do it on iTunes for some reason, and I don't know why.
And my buddy Soy Sauce, he's a rapper from down there, he told me that there's some websites that will upload your shit to there or whatever. One's called TuneCore, and they charge by the release, and one is called Distro, and they got a yearly fee. So maybe they. I figure I'll check some of them out too.
And you guys Rob, I guess you have like former radio experience, like a bunch of years ago. I think I heard a story.
Yeah.
You were telling about that.
Yeah. My last day at the Rat. Is that the one?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So you've always just kind of been in radio, and just now just like fuck it, let me do it out of the house, kind of thing.
Yeah, well, I that's the only station I ever worked at, man. But I was there for like probably about 2 years. It was fucking cool, but I just never got another job. I almost got another internship with Opie and Anthony. I just couldn't afford the commute. And years ago, going on like 6 years ago, I wanted to start something like this. And then about a year ago, Slim came to me, told me he wanted to start a project. So I'm like, yeah, let's do it, dude.
Yeah, man. I mean, I love it. I just like I said, I'm new to it. I just like that it's free speech. I mean, having a musical background, we were always playing like, you know, we'd be on like the local radio station, and they were just always asking awful questions. And it's like you can't say what you want to say, and you can't talk about mushrooms, and you can't say, you know, pussy fart and this and that.
I'll
so
throw
like,
a rock at a retard.
Yeah, so yeah, exactly. So I mean, I love it, man. I mean, I'm either gonna continue to do this or I'm gonna go to jail.
Yeah, it's just a great way to like express yourself too. Like it's
man, because dude, that's why I always felt like I had all this great shit to say, and I say it at work, and people would laugh all the time. But it's like, man, I gotta get this shit out there. Somebody's got to hear my fucking ramblings of a retard.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, I hate to say, like, use a fucking awful word like art, but it is awful.
Yeah.
You know, and then, you know, it's just like, from my background, from like being in bands, I was always, you know, embarrassed to play people my music and this and that, but that kind of taught me, and then now with the podcast thing, I'm like, fuck it, listen to it. You like it, you like it. If you don't, fucking listen to something else, you know?
Yeah, man. That said, too, you use, what is it, band rehearsal space.
Oh, yeah.
Is that like a band you know, or do you just use their space when they're not practicing?
It's a building called Our House, Hourhaus. And it's basically smack down in the middle of the city on North Avenue. That's why we got the name North Avenue Podcast. And no, that building's been there forever. I used to rehearse there way, about 10 years ago. The guy I do the show with, he's the studio engineer, has been there 12 years. So that building's always been around, and a lot of those people that we've had on the show are just either Our House residents or bands that come in and out and play, and there's shows there. So I think that the building is pretty much the whole theme of the spot. So Our House is just an old building that, you know, I have a lot of great memories in, and it's just a rad place to hang out. You know what I mean? It's like you play in one room, and then you need a cigarette, you go to another room and borrow another band's shit, or you need a guitar string, or someone's got drugs or whatever. It's always like everybody's just kind of working together.
Yeah, man. Somebody asked me today, I don't even remember where we broadcast out of, and I was like, out of Slim's living room.
Yeah, that works too, man. I mean, I might eventually move it to an easier setting like that, because it is a little bit of a setup to go to the studio and make sure. Like sometimes there's bands playing in the back of our episodes.
That's what I was wondering, if they played you like during your breaks or whatever.
Oh yeah, no, they play like straight through. Like there'll be some death metal band while we're trying to interview some dude. So
Lost in translation.
Yeah, we got a dude in here that we had in a couple months ago now.
Yeah, maybe
his
like
whole band.
December, it was about December.
Beginning of December.
He's got a band called Lost in Translation, and their video for us has like
It was 110.
110 views, man.
nice.
So yeah, did you guys get a CD done?
We're expecting the CD to be done within the next 2 months, with our new EP with me on it.
Nice. Oh yeah, you were the new singer, right?
Yeah. I took over vocals. The old EP should be done. I mean, the old EP it has been out a couple months, but the new EP should be done within the next few months. 2 months, we're guessing.
We'll have to get you on Archie's show, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say when he was talking about like the whole, just saying whatever you want to say. One of my favorite quotes ever came from Walt Whitman, and he's like, "The world's not censored. Why should I censor my work?" And that's the way I just live my life. If I gotta say fuck, I'm gonna say fuck. If I gotta say tits, I'm gonna say tits. I'm not gonna censor like the breasts or something. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna say tits. You know what I mean? Like,
well, once you have kids, you kind of have to though. Like I can't say like shit. I gotta say poop turd. I'll wait till next month.
It's you just want to be on, be able to be yourself. And I mean, I fucking hate censorship. I mean, I really do. I don't understand why, they censor songs and this and that. It's never made any sense to me. Like you can go to Walmart and fucking they bleep out all the cuss words. You can buy a shotgun. Yeah,
exactly. Like,
not in Jersey.
But God forbid you say motherfucker on a fucking hip hop CD. You know?
Yeah.
Like I buy like an Eminem CD with it censored.
Oh,
it's like every other word is censored.
I'm like, who buys that shit?
God.
I guess people with kids in the car. I don't know.
But the thing about it is, if you're buying your kid an Eminem CD, just let him have the fucking words, because he's gonna find them out anyway. You know what I mean? You're already buying him an Eminem CD. You know?
I think Pete had a question for you, Archie.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh God.
What's wrong?
Come on, Pete. That's your question.
I do like my ass eaten.
You read his mind.
All right.
Oh, shit, man.
Before I could even lie.
That's exactly what it was. Oh man.
No, I'm only kidding. I've never had that performed on me, and I wouldn't.
I used to have. I was in the Army. I used to have an NCO who used to tell me all the time. He used to tell me all the time. He's like, the only way I can finish is if my wife sticks a finger up my ass. And I was like, and I was like, that's the only way. He's like, I can't nut unless my wife sticks her finger up my ass.
Wow.
I was like, I don't know if I could have someone do that to me.
You guys gotta be nuts.
I think that's an Army thing, not a Navy thing.
No, Navy thing is a dick.
Navy is a fist, I heard.
Oh God.
Yeah, I fucking went to the doctor, had a prostate check. I had a little health care a couple years ago, and he very much stuck a finger in my butt. I did not finish.
Man,
I'm scared when I turn 40 for that.
My dad, I don't think I've ever told that story. He fucking got his done, and I guess they take pictures of the inside.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, that's the colonoscopy or something.
And they printed it out, and he left it on the kitchen table for like a fucking half a year. Pictures of the inside of his asshole, bro.
Oh God.
That's brutal.
Right next to the fruit bowl.
Yup, it was like right on the fucking table by all the mail, and anytime somebody was over, I'd be like, look at that. Look at that. And they'd be like, oh my God.
That's my dad's asshole.
That's the inside of my dad's
inside of my butt.
I should have hung it up.
Put your finger in my butt.
I should try to get it and make t-shirts.
Oh my God.
You totally should, dude. I would put like a fucking car like decal on the side of my fucking truck with it picture of my asshole. It'd be great.
Oh, that'd be cool. Or like the hood.
Right.
Yeah, man.
So how late do you guys? You guys do like 6 to 12? Is that right? 6 to 11?
6 to 10. Usually we'll wrap it around 10, like 9:30. Yeah.
Mm.
The shows, when I get the edit done, when I edit out the breaks and stuff, they usually average around like 2 hours and 40 minutes, 2 hours 45, depending. Every now and then we'll go up for like 3 hours.
That's awesome, man. That's cool. I mean, I keep doing what you're doing. I love it, and I'm glad you guys reached out. I mean, it means a lot. We're still new, and we're still building.
We're kind of in the same spot, man. I
Yeah,
mean, we've been doing
like-
this for like a year, and it's definitely a struggle. It's tough.
I could barely get like 500 followers on Twitter. You got like 1,300 or 1,400, man. Like, I don't know.
Well, there's a trick to that. All you got to do is start following like people, like find a bunch of shows that are similar to yours. So like Opie and Anthony, fucking Ron and Fez, whoever else would be remotely close to your show, right?
Yeah.
So you start following all their fans, and then when you do that, you let it run for like 2 days. A couple people will start following you because you followed them. And then you go back like a day later and then unfollow all those people that didn't follow you. So it's kind of like hunting for kind of a fan base. Because that's what you have to do nowadays. I mean, everything's easy to promote, but it's really tough. People have so much content coming at them. You really have to just like go after them. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Yeah, we had somebody else a couple weeks ago tell us, that we do a lot. We do a lot more than most of the shows out there on the internet. So.
Well, good. I mean, it's hard to say, like, of the Twitter following, like, how many people actually do watch the show or download the episodes or whatever. But, I mean, to be honest, I'm just more focused on just trying to get good content every week, and then, it'll get there. But we're in no rush, We'll be doing this for a while. We're not going anywhere. It's kind of weird with social media. Somebody will like your page, and you're not really sure if they're really hooked or they just click like or.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think social media is one of the things that definitely made us like so impersonal. Like you don't know anything. Either they just like you said, they like it, and you don't know what's behind it. They're just liking it to like it, or they.
That must be too. Like what you said. Like there's so many people that follow us, and then I don't even know who. Like, but they'll unfollow us, like, because we lose followers all the fucking time, dude.
Oh, it's probably because of this interview. You're definitely going to lose like a bunch of fucking followers.
That's it
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say, man. I mean, I'm in my 30s, so like you guys were around. I was around before all this shit, So it's all real new. I'm skeptical of the whole thing. I mean, to me, it really doesn't matter. I mean, it's like the show's free, so I'm definitely not going to make dick for money on this thing.
Yeah.
And listeners will come. I mean, I think what's the cool thing about, putting something out, like you guys put this show on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So once you put it on YouTube, it's permanent. Somebody might dig that up 30 years from now.
Yeah. When we're running for Senate.
Yeah, exactly. And
Rob's talking about boiling babies.
all their babies and fucking. The what was it, the vajankle?
The
These guys endorse
So-
boiling babies.
But I mean, it's like fuck the fan base. Just do what you do, and somebody will dig it, man. It gets overwhelming because it's so easy to advertise, and it's every time you put a Facebook post, they're like, "Do you want to boost this?"
Yeah.
Yeah, we tried that once.
Yup.
And we were just like, it's all fake profiles that liked us, man. Like we investigated
Fucking-
some of the people that liked us, and they were just like, there was no way they were real. I think like it's some kind of Facebook scam. It's gotta be.
Totally.
They get
yeah.
food stamps for it
Yeah,
because there was a lot of swoogies.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't know who's who, and it's just, I mean, the real people they're either going to contact you and tell you it's cool, or like around town, like Baltimore's a small town, I'll run into people at like, there's a restaurant called Joe Squared right next to our rehearsal space, and some people will be like, hey man, I checked out the show, but they're all people that kind of know me or know Mike or something, so we're very small,
Yeah.
very, very small, very grassroots, but to me, it's fun, and it sounds like what you guys are doing. It's like you guys are having a lot of fun, so it's like, fuck it.
Yeah,
That's what it is, man. Like that's all I'm fine with. I'm fine with our fan base being what it is. I just fucking
Yep.
do it to have fun, man.
One of the things that drives me crazy is I, have a lot of friends that always try to start these like YouTube channels or they're trying to do like podcasts, and they'll give up in like a month because they'll like I knew a kid who would go on Facebook and complain like nobody's commenting on my videos, nobody's liking it. Why I have 50 videos up and no comments and no likes. Like,
yeah, but then you saw one I think Opie had with 1,000 views and like one comment.
Yeah, like you can't. If that makes you quit, you shouldn't have started in the beginning.
Oh, sure. Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, we're all musicians, so we're all used to like playing in bands nobody gives a fuck about. So we were already used to like no one cares.
I gotta cut you off because I just looked at Brian and Brian is the guy from the Lost in Translation from the metal band, and he's just like agreeing with you, shaking his head. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's
it's definitely tough, trying to start out and getting a fan base.
Yeah, I mean that's what schooled me, just the whole playing in front of nobody, so when I was 18, 19, I mean I already learned. Nobody really gives a shit. You could be pouring your heart out through a microphone, but the fan base, and that's such a shitty word, fan base or whatever, but the people that dig it, they may not always be presently there, but, sometimes it's meant to be, like I was saying the other night, there's still Neil Young songs that I'm discovering, and even though they were recorded in the 60s or the 70s that I'm checking out now. So you don't know who's going to stumble onto, what you're doing. What matters is that you just stay authentic and,
Yeah, exactly. I know exactly where you're coming from. I mean, there's a ton of bands that I know of that are just completely underrated. I've shown my buddy Matt, like right here sitting next to me, like some of the bands that I've been talking about, and he was like, this is amazing stuff. Like this band, Our Hollow, Our Home, from England. I showed him, and he thought they were amazing. But surprisingly, they have a relatively like minimal fan base, and it's just crazy that these bands that I've been finding that are so good, that are just so underrated, it blows my mind.
Sure. Well, most people are stupid as shit, and they don't they just they like dumb shit. I mean, like you guys posted the other day with the remember that asteroid that came by Earth and had its own moon?
Yeah.
No, nobody gives a fuck about that. They just want to see Kim Kardashian's ass,
Dude, you know what the sad thing is? When she posed nude for that whole thing, I was like, you know what? For a woman that got famous off her ass, it wasn't that great. Like,
really?
She posed
and it's not the only ass on the internet either. I mean, it's like, are you fucking crazy?
Yeah, it wasn't that good at all.
But yeah, I mean, it's just
kind of grotesque.
You just have to kind of like throw that away and just, it's like, fuck it. Again, I mean, we've had on bands that I think are, some of the best bands I've ever heard. They're bands that I listen to. We had a band called Among Wolves on. It's one of the best bands I can think of. And nobody knows about them, but everybody knows about the Black Keys. Like, fuck the fucking Black Keys, man. I think they're boring, but this band Among Wolves has a lot of depth that no one knows about. So it's, fan base is, fuck it,
Yeah, man.
I always felt like that's the same way, like with other things, like hip hop. Like sometimes the underground stuff is a lot better, than anything else.
Yeah, that is like soy, man. Like some of these people I listen to, man, I'm like, how the fuck are they not signed? And they got 100 views on their fucking video, and the song is amazing, dude.
Sure.
Hey, Archie, we gotta cut this off because we got another interview in 5. It was
cool.
Great talking to you, man. This interview was awesome. I was kind of in a bad mood earlier, and talking to you kind of put me in a better mood. So thanks for that. Thanks for talking to us. Therapy, and keep doing what you're doing, man. We'll keep doing what we're doing.
Thanks for checking us out, bro.
Keep in touch, dude.
Well, of course. Hey, I appreciate it, and best of luck to you guys. And we'll be in touch, all right?
Cool, man. And where can everybody find your show?
NorthAvenuePodcast.com, and then also if you search in iTunes, you should be able to find it. Twitter is at North Ave Podcast.
Awesome, dude. All right,
boys.
brother.
Thanks again, man. You guys have a good night.
Thanks,
all right,
you too.
Take care, brother.
Good one.
All right, boys. Peace.
Later, bro.